These are the best, finest cards in all of MLB The Show 25. So many insane new cards that you have to get for your team. We've been in the endgame for a while, but this is the endgame, as content's almost done at MLB 25. So many great finest. Let me know your favorite down below in the comments section. Leave a like down below on this video. Subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about my favorites. Now, unfortunately, there's not many good starting pitchers out of the drop, which is weird because there's a lot of finest cards that came out at the starting pitcher position, and I just don't really think many of them are top tier cards that you would want to use in place of some of the other top tier arms prior to the finest update. Namely one, which really sucks, but I saw coming, was Paul Skeens. You know, he's got the same pitch mix as his all-star card did, which I didn't think was particularly good. And it sucks. He's going to win the Cy Young in the National League. Of course, he's one of the best pitchers in all of the world, let alone Major League Baseball. He's just not very good. He's very easy to hit. When I use him, I get crushed. When I face him, I destroy him. It sucks, but I think a lot of what it is, he doesn't have a cutter. He doesn't have a good in-pitch. Now, he's got the sweeper and the slider, but those go the same velocity. It's really tough when you face all switch hitters, which is pretty much every ranked seasons game, especially against higher-up opponents. It's tough to use a guy quite like Paul Skeens that doesn't have great velocity differential. I mean, he has double outlier on the four-seam and sinker, so those two bend together pretty well. He doesn't have a ton of break on the sinker, and the sweeper, changeup, and slider are all within 3 miles an hour of one another. So he's just one of them. A lot of these pitchers I just don't think are quite great. You know, Sonny Gray, he doesn't have a changeup. It's really hard to pitch to a lefty or a switch hitter when you don't have a changeup like that. So unfortunately, changeups and cutters have really become like absolute needed pitches, unless you're John Donaldson. There are few exceptions in there. We'll talk about someone who I actually do enjoy, and that is Garrett Crochet. He's got a good mix. A four-seam, sinker, cutter, sweeper, changeup. That's pretty much as good as it gets. The per-nines are also fantastic. 120, 115, 112 right now for me at parallel 2. He's been good. Not the best pitcher in the game, but I think I would say he's the best, finest starting pitcher that did release. I've been enjoying him. He's done pretty well so far through a couple of high rating starts up in World Series Plus and ranked seasons. Again, would I take him over some lefties like John Donaldson or Al Leiter? No, but he's pretty good. I'll give a shout out to Hunter Brown as well, because he's also been pretty good for me thus far. He's got sinker cutter, actually same mix as Crochet, just not quite the same velocity. He gets a break outlier, but he does not have any outlier on the four seam. So it's going to go 98, 99, maybe even 100 if you get a little bit lucky. The per-nines are pretty good. The mechanics are solid. Overall, he's a pretty good starting pitcher that you should have some success with, and he is readily obtainable. You get the Astros Team Affinity voucher, boom, you got Hunter Brown. So that's pretty cool. And when I talk about any of this, always, your experiences, your mileage may vary. You might say that Andrew Abbott is the best pitcher in the game. I'd probably disagree, but if you have that experience, go ahead. I'm not meaning to dissuade anybody. I'm just merely talking about my own experiences. A guy who I always do enjoy as well, Logan Webb. He's got a fantastic pitch mix, sinker cutter. He was really good for me earlier on this year. The problem here, he doesn't have great per-nines, just 103, 109 hit and K, 102 pitch clutch. That just doesn't really measure up to all the behemoths of cards that are out at this point of the game. So good, but not fantastic. Tarek Skubal's one more that I want to talk about because he should be phenomenal. He's going to win back-to-back Cy Youngs. And he's had cards this year that have been good. And I'm not saying he's bad. I've sort of enjoyed him so far. I just haven't really thought he's like ace quality stuff. He's not a guy in a must-win game I'd bring in, is what I'm saying. A 5-pitch mix, which looks good on paper. He's got outlier 4-seam. The sinker does not have outlier. Then he's got 2 breaking balls and a changeup. Again, it gets tough to face those righties a lot of the time. If they're good at hitting the changeup, if they can sustain that off-speed differential between your 103 4-seam and your 88 changeup, they're going to crush you. Because the knuckle curve isn't really a pitch that you should be throwing. It has no accuracy. And the sinker can be tough to really locate inside on righties. It's a tough pitch to throw. Bottom line, at this point of the year, if you're playing higher up in the divisions, even in general, you're going to face sweatier competition. Because a lot of the casual people went to go play basketball. They're off on the football field right now. They're not playing baseball. It's a lot of the sweats, a lot of the really good players that are left. So all these guys, everything, it's just tougher to pitch. But those are a few of the starting pitchers I'd recommend. Let's move over to the relief pitchers, where I think we get a little bit better. And honestly, I'd say most are good. Truly, I think most of the relievers that they came out with, there's I think 10 in total. There's none that I think are just like dog shit. I was trying to think of a more PG word, but truly. Edwin Diaz. I've had some success with this Edwin Diaz. Now, he's 4 pitches, 4-seam, 2-seam. You'd like that to be a sinker, but it's a workable pitch as long as you get it inside. It doesn't have as much break in the game, even though they're the same pitch in real life. It doesn't have as much break in the game as a sinker does, so I wouldn't throw it the exact same way. If you're throwing a 2-seam, try to make it a ball, unless it's Josh Hader's 2-seam. We'll talk about that in a second. The per-9s are great. Not a ton of pitch speed differential. People just have a hard time hitting Edwin Diaz, so I've been enjoying him so far. I actually haven't given up a single run with Edwin Diaz. Aroldis Chapman, this should go without saying. He's, of course, one of the bosses, so he's going to cost you, or he could be free. It depends. If you pick him as one of your boss picks, you should. It really is the exact same card as All-Star Aroldis Chapman, which is a good thing because it's just improving on what was already one of the best left-handed relievers in the game. He's just so tough to hit with the 4-seam up at 103, then the sinker, a good 8-mile-an-hour differential that really can get in on the hands. The slider is a really good pitch to work off of lefties and to help make even righties kind of chase. And the splitter is so nasty. The 4-seam sinker splitter combo is just absurd. Chapman is, in my eyes, the best lefty reliever in the game, and I would certainly recommend you get him if you don't have him. Brian Abreu, I enjoy more than I thought I was going to. He got 4 pitches, which definitely makes him better. 4-seam, slider, sinker, circle, changeup with decent pitch speed differentials. You really do need, biggest tip for basically every pitcher, you need something to work off of the 4-seam, which is partially why you see so many guys throw sinkers and cutters nowadays. It's tough to just only throw a 4-seam fastball and not have a cut or a sinker that can help keep them off the barrel. And the same concept works in the game. If you just have a 4-seam slider changeup, it can be a little bit more difficult. But Brian Abreu has been pretty good. Josh Hader, we want to talk a little bit more about this because Josh Hader is literally broken. Like, actually, not like, oh my God, this card's broken, dude. No, he's busted. It registers your swings when you throw that 2-seamer as a contact swing, no matter what. So it is almost not impossible, but pretty damn hard to actually get hard hit contact off of Josh Hader. That's why balls come very flat off the bat when you're facing Hader a lot of the times. Also, there's this clip from Ochev going around where the 2-seamer literally buckles at the end. It literally is game breaking. I don't know why they haven't fixed it. Truly, I have no idea. So it could be a marketing point next year. Be like, hey, Josh Hader works this year. $69.99. Pay up. You want to pre-order? Hader's really good. That being said, definitely him, Chapman, two of the best lefties you could get in the game. Otherwise, Dennis Santana, solid. Jimmy Herget's pretty good too. Cade Smith, again, I just have no idea how they released him with 80 pitch clutch in November. That's a bit of a tough walk. But then Andres Munoz, another really good righty with a good pitch mix, much like Brian Abreu, like we just showed. Just a rearranging of it and more velocity. The four-seamer does get outlier, so that's going to go up to 103. And then the sinker at 95, the slider, the changeup, really great per nines. Munoz, very good right-handed reliever in the game right now. Let's move over to catchers. You know who we're going to talk about here. It's very plain and simple. It is Cal Raleigh. Now, I've used this card quite a bit. There is no difference. There's truly no noticeable difference defensively, even with maxed out defense. You barely notice that he's got the better arm in the block. I'm going to be honest. So it is really the same card. If you don't have this Cal, I don't think you need him because the stats are the same. The biggest thing for Cal and Paul Skeens, like we talked about earlier, even if you're not going to use Paul Skeens, you should probably have him in on your rotation if you have the card because he's a captain. And if you want to use a lot of finest cards because they're very good at the game right now, you get a boost for all of them. And you only need 12 out of your 26-man roster to get tier 3, which if you couple Cal and Paul Skeens, you're going to get 8 contact and 8 power both ways, which is pretty street. Even if you do just Cal, contact, clutch, and vision, that's a great boost to make everybody on your team better. So, obviously, use this Cal over the All-Star or Home Run Derby Cal if you got him. He's not like a must-have, although he is very good. And then, all these cards truly are good. As I've said so many times, that they've really gone up and above whatever we've known as endgame, to where now cards they're just like 125 everything at the top end. So yeah, you can pretty much use whoever you want and you can have good success. Bryce Harper, this card I've really been enjoying so far too. He just came out and the stats are phenomenal. I mean, he's really, really good. And he's got one of those swings that is just the best in the game, plain and simple. He has absolutely every actually, no, I think he's missing one quirk of the game. Because I think 11 is the most an offensive player can get. So he's got 10. He sucks. Harper's great. I really do like him. It'd be awesome if he was a retro finest so he could play outfield, but that's fine because he can do a good enough job at first base. Also, Mr. Kurtz, Rookie of the Year, Silver Slugger, also a really good card. He's at many cards this year, but this is definitely the best of all of them. Max power, max contact right here at parallel 3. Really recommend him too, even though he's got no quirks. Let's move on to second base, Jose Altuve. Now, this card you can get in the exchange, which very easy to do. Just go to the exchange tab, you're going to find him. Jose Altuve, I kind of said this card wasn't that great when it came out. And that's on paper. When I use Altuve cards, my God, it is just something else. Jose Altuve is always one of my absolute favorite hitters to use in the game. I don't know why. It might be the 5'6" frame. I really don't know. It might be the swing, but every Altuve card is butter. It's so easy to read pitches with Altuve. It's like you know what's coming. It is second nature for him. Really love that card right there. So Altuve is one I highly, highly recommend. Third base, Junior Caminero. The Home Run Derby card was great. Why not make him even a little bit better? Because he definitely needed it defensively. And it's still not good numbers on defense. 79 and 80 at parallel 3 right now for me, which is subpar at this point of the year. But the offense is, I was going to say second and none. That's not true. Many people have these stats. Not many people have the swing of Junior Caminero. Those who know, know. But he still is not Jose Ramirez. Let's be clear about this. Jose is for the rich or for the big gamers here. Of course, he was a weekend classic card. So unless you got him or unless you got a million stubs, he's hard to come by. There's another Weekend Classic coming around. Not this weekend, but next weekend. He should be in the Rewind pack. I don't know exactly how far he's going to fall down in price, but he's going to be less than $1 million. I think this is the best card of the game. I love Jose's swing. It's hard to get much better than this. Without a doubt, Jose Ramirez has been my favorite card all year. Live Series, the All-Star card, this one, any incarnation of Jose Ramirez is always going to have a spot on my team. Shortstop, it's a dime a dozen. There's so many good shortstops that you could use. Bobby Witt Jr. has been fantastic for me. You get maxed out defense and speed, which is great, of course. He's got super great contact, vision, and clutch. He's got 11 quirks. He's got all of them, actually. Throbby Bobby's been a lot of fun. Trey Turner, a lot of people have been really enjoying as well. The power might look low. Boy, it does not play low. He hits tons of home runs, get the same fielding and speed that you do from Bobby Witt Jr., Francisco Lindor, him and Jose Ramirez. Former teammates, always going to be teammates on my team. Him and J-Ram, like I said, they are always going to have a spot at my lineup. The swing, the stats, everything. Francisco Lindor is just incredible. He's so good. Dansby Swanson. Don't sleep on this card. Again, there's lots of shortstops that you can use, and I for sure bet that he's probably not going to get a lot of love, which is unfortunate because he's really quite good. He's maxed out against lefties. He's got maxed out fielding reaction, 91 speed. He can crush. Don't sleep on him. Move on to the outfield. Cody Bellinger, without a doubt, is a fan favorite for all, including myself. Just so good. He's actually better lefty-lefty. And those stats help him out because a lot of people can struggle to go left on left, especially this year. Bellinger's awesome. He's got the versatility to play him at first base, but also play premier defense in the outfield with great speed, fielding, reaction, and arm strength. Belly bombs is a ton of fun this year again. I'm also loving James Wood so far. He's gotten some great cards this year offensively. This one sucks defensively. I probably wouldn't recommend him. This is a God Squad card, I'm going to be honest. I'm not using him over Bellinger because Bellinger's got the same offense. He's just better defensively too. But he's fun. He hits tanks. Kyle Schwarber, I'm sure is great. It's literally the same card as the All-Star Game MVP. I'm not going to waste $150K. I have it, but out of spite, I'm not going to spend $150K on the same exact card I already own. I'm not going to do it. But that being said, he's phenomenal. Schwarber's one of my favorite offensive cards in the game. PCA, simply put, he's got the fielding arm, accuracy, reaction, speed, steal, and base running aggressiveness on every card here, but now he gets maxed out stuff against righties and still pretty damn good against lefties. Definitely can hold his own. I love the swing. I really do. Those other cards with the nerfed offense, I still crushed with. Give him some actual stats, and my God, he's one of my best cards in the game. I'm loving Pete. This one was a surprise. I did not think Jo Adell was going to be this good. The stats look good on paper. The defense, again, is not great, but I did not expect him to hit 650 in 20 at-bats with 6 home runs. That was not something that I would have suspected from a Jo Adell. That's what I'm saying. Try out new cards. You might find out this swing is one of your favorites, and that's a guy you're going to look forward to every year on. Because I'm certainly excited for the next Jo Adell whenever it comes next year. Right field, King Tuck. We have no idea where he's going to play next year, although we could make an educated guess. He's great, as always. He's one of my favorite swings. Used to be my Road to the Show swing in MLB The Show. I think that says a lot. I love Kyle Tucker cards, and this one's also just really good. Such a great swing. And he's got the important quirks. Unfazed, dead red. He's got the big ones. Corbin Carroll. He's a fan favorite at this point. Everybody seems to always rally behind Corbin Carroll cards whenever they come out, and for good reason. And this might be his absolute best yet. Very good offensively, good against both sides. Maxed out power against righties, 125 clutch, good vision. The defense, 99 fielding, 90 plus reaction. So he's going to sustain that at all of the outfield positions. He gets up to 93 arm for Corbin Carroll with maxed out speed. That's incredible, but it's time. If I had to pick my absolute favorite finest card this year, I think it's going to be Juan Soto. Man, I forgot how much I loved Juan Soto cards. He got the Lightning one this year, but it kind of came out at a weird time. There was the All-Star update that happened right alongside it, so I didn't really get to use it as much as I wanted to. And oh my God, Juan Soto has just been so much fun versus righties, versus lefties. He's already hit 16 home runs and 64 at-bats. He's been crushing Randy Johnson, John Donaldson, Roger Clemens, whoever have you. They have nothing against Juan Soto. They can do nothing against this guy. He has 89 speed right now, and it gets up to 90 at parallel 5. The defense is fine. Not gonna sugarcoat it there. It's nothing special. But the hitting, the swing, Juan Soto is crazy. And there we go. Those are some of my absolute favorite finest cards that we've got as the 2025 finest set should be concluded now. And I'm not a big fan of God Squads, especially at this point of the year. I don't think it's fun to use the same cards time after time after time. And I don't enjoy using a team full of switch hitters, so this is what I've been using lately. Soto, Carroll, and Bellinger in the outfield. We've got J-Ram, Trey, Lindor, Harper, Vladdy, and Cal Raleigh. That's been a pretty damn good team for me. So let me know your team. Let's hear them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching this one, and stay tuned for plenty more MLB The Show content, both 25 and 26, coming soon.